Hi, this is Rick Eymer with the Palo Alto Weekly. We're here today with Jared Freeman. He is a senior at Gunn, a discus thrower and a shot putter. He just set personal records in the shot put and the discus at the St. Francis Invitational this week, which are now the two highest marks in the Central Coast section this year. So he was our athlete of the week for that. And let's start with that. Just tell me about your performance at St. Francis.
I was actually really proud of myself. I got a few PRs, both in the shot and the disc. A 53-foot, 1-inch shot put throw over about a 3-foot PR for me, and 158.4, which is also about a 6-foot PR for me in the discus. So actually, I was very proud of myself for those marks.
Right. Now, we were talking a little bit before about how you started out in shot put and discus, and you like them both, and over the summer you go to camps. To talk about the camps a little bit.
So in the camps, it was mostly drilling and perfecting the technique. I'm actually switching from the glide shot put to the rotational shot put, and it's a lot of technique to learn that technique, and just a lot of work that needs to be dedicated and time for that.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's just you get out there and throw, and it looks easy. Do you remember the first time you ever threw either one?
I don't really, but I would assume it's like the other people that are out here trying their best. It took me about 3 weeks to really get up there with my other competitors. But yes, I feel pretty good about it.
That's terrific, and I know I would imagine now that you've set some PRs, that you have higher goals, and how far do you think you can go?
I believe that I could get pretty high up on the leaderboards. Actually, we have a top 10 list for all-time records, and I just got to the number 5 spot in the shot put all-time at Gunn, and disc I'm a couple feet away from the number 10 spot. But I think with some work and this season going my way, I might be able to get to the number 2 spot, number 1 spot maybe.
Yeah, it's a great goal to have. And what kind of weight training do you do?
We're in the weight room every day. We try to get a differentiation every day in the weights, but it's even throwing versus weight training every day.
Now, a lot of people will look at you and say, wow, how come that guy is not playing football? And you have a very good reason, but let's talk about that, why you're not playing football.
So in my freshman year, I got a concussion, and I was out for a very long time with severe headaches, and just I couldn't do anything for a couple weeks, a couple months, and it was just not a good experience.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. And, when you're working on a field, with some track athletes or on the track around you and all that, does it feel like a team experience at the time, or you're in the pit and you're thinking, okay, you're just focused in?
I think there is team bonding that does happen on the field, but and once I'm over at, it's like track practice, then it's throws practice, so just the field events. That's a very close-knit group. And then when I get in the ring, it's all about me.
Oh, that's great. So you're really focused in. What do you like about either one of us, or talking about both? What do you like about the discus and the shot put?
I like how it's really technique based. All these other sports like running, you have to really it's very technical thing in my opinion. Maybe people would think otherwise, but you need a lot of technique perfection for the shot put in the discus.
Right. So in addition to some brute strength, which doesn't hurt, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Now you're cousins with some pretty big famous Palo Alto athletes, Bryant Jefferson and B.J. Boyd and Brandon Boyd. How does that just come in the family then, the athletic?
I guess so. It's good to follow in some athletic footsteps.
Right, and you, I guess you visit them occasionally, and you guys get along a lot?
Yeah.
And you talk about sports, I would imagine.
Yeah, they might push me back into football or basketball, but I say that I'm excelling in track and field, so I really enjoy it.
Right, and so, but you also have baseball in there too. But anyway, as you look forward, do you set goals like, okay, I want to be this in the CCS, I want to do this in the state? Is there anything like that?
Looking at the marks overall in state and CCS, I feel pretty confident in CCS and making it to state.
You know, just thinking back to your 6 feet in the discus improvement. Now, early in the season, an improvement like that may look forward to maybe even a further quantum leap in that. And is that something that's really motivating you?
Yeah. Another thing that is motivating me. But another thing that's motivating me is earlier in the season, preseason, I was actually going to all-comers meets at Los Gatos High School, and I had hit some pretty big numbers there. I hit 160 foot 6 inches, but it was unofficial, and so that really drove my training. And I tried to get some big numbers early season to get me up there on the leaderboard marks. But yeah, that really motivated me to do better and get some good marks this season.
Great. So we've been talking to Jared Freeman. He is our Athlete of the Week this week, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you want to find out about next week's Athlete of the Week, you'd hit that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.